Big Boy's Neighborhood. Alrighty now, man. Last time I saw this dude, I said, you know what, we gotta get back together. We gotta, get it in once again. Who would have thought that we are gonna have to sit down like this? We've got Wiz Khalifa up in here, live, ladies and gentlemen, from the quarantine couch. Wiz, how you doing, my brethren?
And I'm chilling. What's cracking with you, bro?
Hey, man, let me tell you something. I don't think ever for a period of time, except for the time when I was on the road with like the Far Side and Pac and everything, I never thought about smoking weed so much in my life until now.
Yeah.
I don't know, Wiz, I never smoked. I don't know if I'm going to make it out of this quarantine without smoking.
I mean, honestly, like, it's a perfect time to smoke pot because it's medicinal. Even if you don't smoke it, you can use a tincture or something like that that gets it in your system. It's considered an essential business at this time. So it's got to be like important in real life. And yeah, go ahead. Take advantage of your right to smoke pot, bro.
Jesus Christ. He said take advantage of your right. Hey, Wiz, you think you can stop smoking till we get out?
Why would I?
Yeah. He was like, man, that's a dumbass question. You recently just dropped an EP, man. Why did you feel it was necessary? Of course, it's 420, man. And when it comes to 420, there's just a few people that we constantly think of when we talk about celebrating 420. And then you bless us with an EP, the saga of Wiz Khalifa. Was it very necessary for you to put that body of work together and make sure that it dropped on 420?
Yeah, this is something I've been working on for a long time, and like especially with how music is digested these days, this is more than just an EP. This is a real album, and it's a full project to me. It's something that I put a lot of time in. I worked a lot on. I was really close knit with all the producers and everybody that I did features with, and just the whole process that went into making it and making sure that it was delivered on 420. It was really special. It was really fun. And it's something that I enjoy doing. I love making music. I love making sure that I put a lot of work into the music. So when it comes out that, the fans are really satisfied and they enjoy it. So not only did I have fun creating it, I'm having fun just watching the fans eat it up and just do their thing.
You know what I love about it too, man? And when we say like mixtape, when we say EP, I don't want people to think that that's a difference between an album when it comes to the work that's put into it. But let me tell you why I do enjoy the EP. Because now we've been getting albums where people feel like they got to give you 20, 25 songs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when mine just getting the saga, I was able to really listen and listen again and listen again because I didn't have to go through 25, different songs. So was that your thing also when you said the EP, it wasn't just quality, but you also controlled the quantity?
Right. I'm a firm believer in less is more. And especially with creating, I want to do something that's effective. And I felt like, dropping a decent amount of songs where, like you said, you could digest it and run it back over and over. Like a movie, you might have to watch a movie twice. Well, this makes it easier for you to just digest it over and over. The quality is there. It gives me room to do more later, which I plan on doing. There's definitely going to be chapter 2 and chapter 3 and things like that. But this is the beginning of it. And to have people wrap their heads around 7 bangers, and I felt like I owe the fans quality music, and 7 bangers was my way of doing it. And also I look at how music was released originally, and a lot of albums back in the day before there was an EP or an LP. An EP is an extended playlist, and I mean in an LP is a full album. So it's like they classify it as different things, but it's all just art and it's music, and it's for the fans to digest over and over again.
And I'm pretty sure, Wiz, that you're always creating. What made it to, like, how do you pick, like, your so-called babies to make sure that it makes it to the saga? And you using, you go get heavy hitters, because it's obvious everybody want to fuck with you. Everybody good with you. But how do you go and say, you know what, I'm going to grab Megan and Ty Dolla $ign on over here, that I know that I can grab Logic over here? Like, what's the process of putting that together?
I'm really planning this whole thing all the way through, from start to finish. So some of the moves are made in the beginning where I'll put an idea together where I'll know that I'll love a song, but just don't have a chance to use it. And then sometimes in the middle, I'll throw it out there maybe on like a YouTube or something like that, and my fans will really respond to it and tell me what they like and what they want to hear. So I'm able to gauge, what they're gonna like off of that. And then there's just tightening everything up and making sure that my head's in the game all the way towards the end. So I'm being sensitive to the people that I'm around. I'm paying attention to who's popular and my relationships with those people, and just always building and trying to move forward. So I think that always pushes me to, be able to line things up. And especially with this project, I switched over my team who I was working with on the label end, just to be able to have a fresh breath of air, because I've been making music for 15 years. So to be able to have a fresh breath of air, new people, new ideas, new suggestions was a huge part of it as well. I played this music in rooms with people who I respect their opinion too, and we were able to build a solid project that I think, is gonna do good for me and help the fans out a lot too.
Hey, Wiz, is it different now that you got such a vast catalog of albums, singles, collabs, mixtapes, now the EP? Is it a difference? I mean, is there I know you're in competition with yourself, but is there also a pressure now?
I don't feel any pressure because I'm already known and successful as far as music goes. So I don't have to prove anything as far as that, but I'm a very creative person. So I always want my next to be my best. So I think that's what everybody, I think that's what's kept you in the game as long as you've been in the game. You're able to watch people come up, but still secure your spot as an OG. And, it comes down to just picking and choosing what moves to make and figuring out how to make those moves. And that's why I enjoy the process and love figuring it out, because when you're confident and when you know that it's going to happen, that feeling never goes away, and it feels like the same way it did way back in the day. So I'm not competing the same, but I'm still getting the same feeling.
And then with the saga, the looks that you're given, the looks that are given back to you, the body of music from K Camp, you know what I'm saying? Which is a hell of a, to Quavo, to how we said Meg, to Ty, you know what I'm saying, to the Logic. That right there is just a blend of different personalities and different styles as well.
Right.
Wiz has not stopped smoking since we've been on here, which is always good. Hey, Wiz, what's the longest you think since you've been smoking that you gave up smoking?
When I go to Dubai, I can't smoke out there. So I'll usually go for 2 days and then come straight back. So that's the longest right there. It's usually like in between 48 and 72 hours. And I do that like 3 or 4 times a year.
By force, not choice.
Yeah, that's by
and that's really, more by.
I wouldn't say force, because nobody can force me to do anything. It's definitely by choice. I choose to put the weed down, go get the bag, and be a responsible adult.
I heard that. I would love to see you in Dubai. Fire that up though and see how much of a choice we really have. You know
Nah. My choice is to stay free, to stay.
Hello.
You know what I mean? Make it home.
Hey man, with us being on quarantine right now, Wiz, how you holding up? Like, what's a Wiz Khalifa day?
I wake up. I usually have my son, so we wake up around 9:30 or 10. Feed him breakfast. We usually get like the academic stuff, like reading and stuff like that, or drawing and stuff out of the way. And by noon, by that time is lunchtime for him. I'm able to go smoke and go live and do some social media stuff for the fans. All while that's going on, we in the backyard playing, in the pool, chilling till about 5, 6, or 7 when the sun goes down. I make him dinner. I work out. We eat dinner. He goes to bed around 11 or 10 or 11, and by 12 or 1, I'm in the bed, and then we back up and doing the same thing.
You still doing your martial arts? You still studying and still practicing and everything? Still going hard?
I haven't been able to train because you got to make human contact to do that. I'm not trying to train over the phone. Like, I need to sweat, like get it into real life. Most people are like shadow boxing, and I got a bag in the garage, but I haven't been training. But I've been lifting every day though, and sticking to my my diet.
You really went and did that though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we've had this conversation where I had you in the neighborhood and you told me what you were gonna do. And I almost disrespected you with laughter. And you were like, no, watch. And I remember we had Amber in, and I told Amber, I was like, yeah, she was like, anything Wiz put his mind to, she said he does it. And now when I look up and how you was like, watch, I'm gonna get buff. And now when I look up and I'm like, look at this motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Martial artists, it's like you got all these different slashes to you. So anything that you tell me now, bro, I already know not to even second guess it.
Don't question it, just please believe me, man.
Bro, trust me, man. There's been times when I've looked at pictures or I see you train and it recalls me back to where I'm like, man, he did exactly what he said. There's a few people that say that. I remember years ago, I sat with Master P, right? Years ago, he came to my trailer when we were doing Players Club. That's how many years ago. And this dude told me what he was going to do. I'm going to bring out this album, these albums, this is what I'm going to do, and this is my, and everything that man said he did, he was going to do, he did. The same way everything you say you're going to do, you've done. And I'm still sitting damn near in the same place.
Nah, that's not true, bro.
Well, I'm in a different studio right now, but I'm talking about in life. Oh my gosh, bro.
You're the gatekeeper. Hey, you usher people into the game, and just a piece of game that you already know, but this is for other people. It don't even matter who's closest to you, because me and you, we're friends. You know what I'm saying? So even if I do say something that I believe in and you think it's funny, you're gonna laugh because it's no disrespect. We're homies like that. But just for everybody who does manifest things in their mind, that's the first step of everything. You say something to people and they don't believe you and they laugh at you. But you have to overcome that, and then you have to overcome people doubting you, and then you have to overcome people actually hating on you and wanting to like physically stop you from what you're doing. And then, you know what I mean? Sky's the limit. It becomes.
And then you got the people also I knew it all the time.
Your biggest fans after that, because they see the process, and they seen the process and they know, all right, this man ain't come out of nowhere, or this woman ain't come out of nowhere, whoever it is. So yeah, it's just part of the game.
You know, I was about to do the whole I knew it all the time, but that would be fake. You know, because there's some people after you do it, they're like, man, I knew it.
I respect it. I respect the more real version. There's hella people who tell me when I first started rapping, like, bro, I never thought that you would be doing what you're doing right now. I'm like, I did.
You know what's crazy about that too, Wiz, is that we're in a position where everybody's so fickle. Everything is you're here today, you're gone tonight. We're in a cancel culture. There's a lot that you guys as artists, not just as human beings, but as public figures, everything, that you here today, gone tonight. And I know it sounds like a generic question, but why do you think that staying power of Wiz Khalifa is something that has never fallen? And you're not thirsty.
Yeah, I would have to say it's because of, I always blame it on my fan support and the love that I get from the people. And I built a brand on, being authentic, being true to myself. The word culture gets thrown around a lot, but I feel like that's just being authentic and being solid. And, you know, you have a lot of people whose stardom is based on a lot of different things, but mine is just off of music. It's not off of any antics. It's not off of any news that people hear about me. It's just off of staying consistent, Smoking a lot of weed, of course. I think everybody, relates to that in some way or not, because before it was looked at as a bad thing, and now it's looked at as a medicinal thing. There's just so many levels to the weed game, and I don't think that's ever going to go out of style. And the people, that I have relationships with, like OGs like Snoop, people like you, people like Too Short, E40, the younger cats that I fuck with, like HBK, you know what I'm saying, from back in the day. I see you, bro. And even people from the East Coast, New York, or the young producers from Atlanta, I've always stayed tapped in no matter what stage I was in my career. So I feel like that's important as well, and just keeping that brand and staying solid. That's part of that staying power, in my opinion.
All right, we're doing Give Me Five with everybody. I'm just going to ask you 5 questions. All you got to do is give me 5 real answers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start a clock, but it's not a competition time game. Don't worry about what Exhibit did or what B Real did or George Lopez. These are your questions. All right. That was my way of putting some pressure on you. All right, give me 5. Wiz Khalifa up in here, celebrating the saga of Wiz Khalifa. And shout out to Tiger as well, man. That Contact, the lead off, y'all did that one. And Tiger's another one that's been in his bag amazingly too, man. And I love how he kind of stepped away to step back in. You know what I'm saying? To get himself and all of our attention back on the music. But let's get to Give Me 5. Wiz Khalifa, give me 5. What celebrity has Wiz Khalifa smoked with that they couldn't hang?
Big Sean. Who else? French Montana.
Damn.
See, I'm stoned, so it's hard to think.
I'll take Big Sean and French Montana. Who would you not pass the blunt to right now during quarantine?
Who would I not pass the blunt to right now? Anybody who hasn't been in the house for at least an entire month. I would say 2 weeks, but an entire month. If you haven't been quarantined an entire month, you're not getting past any weed. Matter of fact, nobody, actually. I'm not passing nothing. Nobody.
After you thought about it, give me 5. I think I can answer this one. But Wiz Khalifa, could you give up smoking for 6 months if you were guaranteed that you wouldn't get coronavirus? Like you could start walking anywhere, you could grab the gas nozzle. 6 months.
I'm already pretty confident in my chances, so no, I'm not giving away my pot for that.
Hey man, that's why I say I think I know the answer to this one.
Yeah.
Wiz Khalifa, give me 5. Who haven't you smoked with that you would like to smoke with?
If I could, Willie Nelson.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, I think that's the same thing that B Real said, and I was like, damn, I found it surprising that B Real hasn't smoked with Willie Nelson as of yet. Mm-hmm. Give me 5. This last one here. The Bolympics are going on. All right, and now with the Bolympics, there is the gold, the silver, and the bronze. All righty. There's Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg, and B Real. Give me gold, silver, bronze.
Gold, B Real, silver, Snoop Dogg, 3rd place, yeah boy.
There it is right there. Give me 5, man. Wiz Khalifa up in here, Big Boy's neighborhood. Wiz, want to thank you for coming into the neighborhood and hanging out with us, man. And God willing, we'll be able to, handshake or elbow bump or be in the same soon and sit down and really do this. I thank you for giving us your time today.
Hey, thank you too, man. And play the whole album, bro, like on the radio, bro. Like the whole thing is made for the people. Shout out to the fans. Shout out to all the tailors. They can't cancel the summer, so we'll be back outside pretty soon. And I'm not touching nobody when this is over, so bam.
And especially quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't come out too quick. So it's
gonna be difficult though, because like I'm used to seeing the homie and being like that. So it's gonna be like, where we from, it's like a sign of disrespect if you don't splout a homie up. So it's gonna be it's gonna be hard to unprogram up here, but we'll be all right. I'm gonna hit a nigga with this or
yeah. Oh, hey Wiz, but I've seen you also with fans. I've seen you take every picture You know what I'm saying? So all of us gotta be able to write these passes for everybody, bro.
I'm not taking nothing. They gotta understand.
Yeah, it's a new day, bro. So until then, Wiz.
All right, bro. Be safe, man.
Wiz Khalifa, man. The saga of Wiz Khalifa available for you right now, man. Thank you so much for coming into the neighborhood, brother. God bless you. Take care of you. Take care of the family. God willing, we'll see you soon. Wiz Khalifa.
Too, bro. I'll see y'all later. Thank you.
Thank you.